Hey dreamers, this is Jade and I'm back to do my September 2021 flip. So I drew a frog here because I was seeing and hearing a lot of frog imagery, which reminds me of my grandmother. So yeah, let's jump right in. On the 8th, I was just noting a dream I had. Basically, I personally believe in reincarnation. I have believed in it for, like I said, quite a while now. And there was this person that what I've learned about reincarnation is that a lot of people reincarnate with the same people and energies that they have reincarnated with before. So say my mom now, she could have been like my aunt in another life, or I could have been her uncle in another life, or she could be my son in the next, like that kind of thing, or whatever. Like you kind of seem to reincarnate with the same people or whatever. So anyway, I was wondering, and they say that people that you find yourself drawn to or feel a connection with might be because you have reincarnated with them before, or have known them in another lifetime. And so I was wondering why I was kind of really drawn to this person. And so I would just put it out there and ask divine, God, spirit, whatever you like to call the power that's out there, okay? Or in there, I should say, really. And asked, and I had this dream that I was best friends with this person that was very similar to this person, like same type of person. I can't even, same accent, all that kind of stuff. And so I said, so I asked God, divine, whatever you want to call it, that's inside of you, because I feel like there's the power, whatever is not outside of us. Let's put it that way. Why I was specifically drawn to this person and felt connected to this person. And so I had a dream that same day about someone very similar to this person. We were best friends, and I asked them to make me some food, so they made me some food. It did not look appetizing, but it was very good. And then we were getting up to go watch my favorite movie, and they were like, "Oh, you love such and such, don't you?" And I was like, yes I do. I love that person, whatever. And it was the person I had asked, do I have a connection with? So basically a confirmation dream about what I had suspected, whatever. So that's basically what was going on here. And then on the 13th, like I said, I just wanted to make a note of, I was remembering my grandmother because I had been seeing frogs and hearing frogs freaking everywhere. And that is very unusual for the month of September for me. Like I generally see them when I go out for my walks in like the summer months, but September, not so much. I'm not seeing and hearing frogs everywhere. And there was an actual frog like suction onto my sliding glass door in the kitchen. So it was just weird. So I was just remembering my grandma and that story of how she ended up loving frogs because she didn't really care for them at first. And it was kind of like a family joke. And so, yeah, that's basically it for that. There wasn't too much going on in September. And I think this is when I started slowing down on journaling anything at all very much. So, yeah. In September, these are my favorites for the month. TV, my list was, I watched the movie She's All That. That was cute for nostalgic purposes. Actually, it wasn't She's All That. It was He's All That. I need to change that. And then the Untold Malice at the Palace. That was very interesting. While I was younger, and had heard the hubbub, I didn't really know the specifics of that. And I think none of us did. I think people really persecuted these people and didn't have the full story. Sass, Rise of the Black Swan. I watched that because the guy, Sam Hugan from Outlander, was in it. It was pretty good. It was a movie on Netflix, or it was at least. Money Heist Season 5 Part 1. So good. I love this show from beginning to end. It's just brilliant. Brilliant. The Haunting of Hill House, guys. I watched The Haunting of Bly Manor last year, and actually The Haunting of Hill House came first. So I finally ended up watching it, and When I tell you, yes, it's supposed to be, I guess, supposed to be scary or like a, I don't know. But it was, by the end of it, I was like in tears because it was just such a heartwarming story. And you wouldn't think that from The Haunting of Hill House, but such a good show. Such a good show. And the same people that did The Haunting of Hill House did Bly Manor, and they also did this show called Midnight Mass. Really, really enjoyed this one as well, even though I really like this one the best out of all three. Lucifer, the sixth and final season, I think, came out. I watched The Nevers, that's on HBO Max. Nine Perfect Strangers, that was on Amazon Prime. That was actually really good. Regina Hall, she did the thing, okay? Like, give her her, run her Emmy, seriously. Sex Education, the third or fourth season, I can't remember exactly which one came out, so watch that. That was pretty good. Blood and Water, the second season, that was good, but I will tell you, the Pulang, I think, is the main character. She was getting on my nerves. And again, Midnight Mass, really, really good. What I had on repeat, and this was because of this book, was this instrumental. It's a song by Miles Davis called "It Never Entered My Mind." Really beautiful. The piano in the beginning, and then the horn. It's just lovely. And so, yeah, so moving into the books read and explaining that, and I really loved both of these books so much. But I did read The Sinner by J.R. Ward, and then Hookshot by Kennedy Ryan. That is also in the Hoops series. And this is about Keenan and Lotus. Lotus is Iris's cousin, and Keenan is August's teammate. So you get acquainted with them in the first book, which is Long Shot. But anyway, so Lotus asks Keenan what's one of his favorite songs or whatever, and he says, "It never entered my mind." And she thinks he's saying, "Oh, you never thought about your favorite song?" He's like, "No, the song, it never entered my mind," because there's a little bit of an age gap. I think it's like 10 years. But what I love about this age gap story is it doesn't make it seem like, a lot of the age gap stories are so cringe to me, because it's like the man is older and the woman is younger, and they like treat her like a kid or like a child, or like she doesn't have equal autonomy in who she is. It's just, ugh, I hate that. But these two people are equally yoked, love it. And so I looked up, it was an ebook, and so I was able to just touch It Never Entered My Mind, and it took me to the song. And I've been playing it over and over and over again that month. So good. And then Sweet on the Greek by Talia Hibbert. Love this book. It was so good. So I'm really, really enjoying Talia Hibbert and Kennedy Ryan lately. And so that's it for my September favorites. If you guys like this, or you have, okay, can I speak? Let's try that again. If you guys have any comments and questions, please leave those below. If you like this content, please consider giving it a like, and I will catch you all in the next one.